is going on YouTube? And thank you guys so much for joining us tonight for another night of hot topics and social commentary. Guys, a couple things I need you guys to do for us before we get started. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you press that big red subscribe button. You do not want to miss a video from us, you guys. Also, be sure to give a thumbs up. Make sure we get 5 thumbs up. We want to see 5 thumbs up for this video. Be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Chime in on these topics. What are your thoughts and opinions on the topics that we're discussing today? And last but not least, make sure you press that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video on JoJo Speaks. The crew's back. Mike, Jennifer, and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely. One thing I need to put out there for you guys who are not living in Columbia, South Carolina, we had 3 earthquakes this week. I'm gonna need y'all to pray for us and our safety, okay? Because ain't no telling what's gonna happen, what type of rumbling is gonna going on this weekend or whatever the case might be. I don't know what's going on with Elgin. Elgin is like 15 minutes from Columbia. Child, like I was shook on Monday when I heard it more than I felt it.
Yes.
Because I've heard like I felt like 2 earthquakes in the past. They were very, very slow, but I felt earthquakes in the past. And so in this way, it's kind of like a rumbling where it's almost like a train is going by your house, but it's like a really, really loud train, an aggressive train. But yeah, Mike, how did you feel about hearing those earthquakes this week? Like, what's going on, y'all?
So the very first one, which is I think was like Monday morning at like 1:30.
Right,
I was watching an old clip of Housewives.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, what the hell is that? It put the TV on mute, and it sounded like you said, it sounded like a train was going by my house. Well, at first it was like a low airplane, but it wasn't going anywhere. And I'm like, what the hell is that noise? Then at first I'm like, okay, I hope Russia ain't coming over here to do something to us now. So I got nervous. It was that loud. It was so loud. Then it lasted about like 90 seconds and it stopped.
It did.
Then my friend comes like, did you hear that? I said, yeah, I thought it was just me. He's like, that was an earthquake. I went on Facebook and everybody was talking about it on Facebook. But yeah, that scared me because it was so loud.
It was.
Now the one the next day, I felt it a little bit, but I didn't really hear it the next day.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody said that South Carolina's gonna be an island soon.
Child, the way we going now, ain't no telling where we gonna be next year.
Right. But I think it's gonna be a big one coming soon. I think it's gonna be a big one where not so much that people are gonna be dying or anything, but it's gonna be like you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be like
it's gonna actually hit the scale. Like we're gonna actually get a 3 point something. Like that's my fear. And I do not want to be shaken, shook, or anything like that, child. So you better take that Megan good. All right, I like that. But anyway, that's enough of problems here going on in Columbia, South Carolina. The biggest story that's going on now is the story of the murderer. Because I do believe that he was convicted of murder. The murderer, Casey White, was escorted out of prison by his I don't know if she's a mistress or whatever she might be, but a correctional officer by the name of Vicky White. They escaped the prison. He was in jail because he was about to go through another murder trial. But so what ended up happening was she said that she was going to take him to a court appearance. However, there was no court appearance to be taken to. So she drove him to a specific destination. She brought one car. They then I think that car broke down on them on the side of the road, so they had it towed to another place. They then brought a truck. And they brought another car. They brought 3 cars. She had $90,000 on her. They brought 3 cars. She put in for her retirement right before it happened. She didn't actually finish her retirement paperwork, so she would not have received her retirement had she lived. And she probably wouldn't have received it had she been put in jail. But, that's a whole nother story. So after, I think, 10 or 11 days, there were some sightings. They were seen at a car wash. I did not even know that car washes had security cameras. I was shocked to see that. So the police, they went on a high-speed, well, I don't know, it was a high-speed chase. However, they then pushed the car that they were driving into the ditch. Vicky White, she apparently called 911 with a gun to her head, said she had her finger on the trigger rather. She ended up shooting herself in the head. Casey White came and told the officer what had happened, and he has been apprehended. Before I get into my thoughts, I wanted to know what you guys had to think about this situation. It's not something that doesn't happen because it's definitely happened before. But what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I'm gonna let Gene go.
Love make you do crazy things.
All he need in his life is sin is me and his girlfriend.
Down the ride to the very end.
To the very end,
boyfriend.
Okay.
Like, I don't care if you're on the run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Let me tell you something. That's our song. That is our song.
Okay.
But you know what? It's like it ain't right. But you know, like Whitney said, it's okay, baby, because they make it somehow, some way.
Oh my
Look,
God.
I low key don't care. You know, do what you do, sis. Do what you do. Oh man, they did what they had to do, and like I said, it just the situation only brought me the chorus. You know, I just look at their pictures, and be like, wow, they tried, and
it's like Carmen, like the movie Carmen.
Yes, it's just you put yourself in a situation. Apparently, she knew she was just going to do everything she could to stay out as long as possible. Bought multiple vehicles. They did their best, you know. And not saying it's a good thing to escape from jail, but hey, you know what I'm saying. The only thing I can really respect, the only thing I can really respect is that they ain't kill nobody, and that's what matters.
That's a good thing. Well, you know what? I was actually expecting him to kill her because I felt like she was he might have been just using her, but apparently they really might have had a love connection. So that it is what it is. Mike or Tyrone, what do you guys think about this?
Man, what in the world? Like you did all that to take your own life.
Hey, but I'm sure.
Well, they might go to jail though. So I mean,
yeah, it's like, and she knew she would have been done. She knew what she did.
But it was so funny, like the Romeo and Juliet of this.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't kill himself.
Yeah. No, but it's like you got to think about it.
It's kind of funny that
she would have to deal with prison.
Yeah,
he's already acclimated to that life. So, like,
I mean, why? If you on the run and she next to you, I mean, y'all got each other, man. You supposed to ride.
She did.
Bonnie and Clyde didn't get caught
all the way.
They got caught. That's the difference.
They not only got caught, but they got killed.
You supposed to ride or die. And she died.
She did die. She chose one.
But he didn't die with her.
No, I think you know what I'm saying. Let me tell you another snippet from this.
She couldn't handle going to jail. I mean, they was gonna be together anyway in jail.
And just like Jay-Z said, you know what I'm saying, if they take you to heaven and they bring me to hell, meet back with me and bring a box of L. It's stuff like that needs to happen.
Mike, what are your thoughts on it?
Where's the L? The L is gone.
I thought I had different thoughts before I brought this song up. Then I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would never escape. I would have stayed in jail. But hey, I mean, I guess love is do different stupid things. I mean, I don't know. Strong. Love is strong. I don't want that kind of love. I wouldn't need a strong love, but can we like meet outside of prison first, and then like, then maybe I will think about that stuff.
No,
but
right.
I don't.
My whole thing was, for me, it didn't seem like they had it all planned out. Like they had like step 1, 2, maybe even 3, but like they didn't have steps 4 through 10, like all the way. Like my mom said, they should have been at the airport. Okay, within
they would have been the photos.
Well, that's the thing. They could have gotten fake IDs, and I'm pretty sure you can get through. You can't get.
Not now.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh no.
It's not the movies and the TVs, baby.
Oh no.
Okay.
See, that's the problem right there. These movies and TVs got people
thinking that
fake IDs is not gonna work now.
All I gotta do is this, that, and the third. I'm gonna be all right.
Oh no.
And I feel like the reason why Casey White didn't kill himself is because he wasn't in that place where he wanted. Like some people when they get to that place, they will take the step to commit suicide. But when other people are put in certain situations, they can't bring themselves to do it. And I'm thinking maybe he could not bring himself to do that because he knows he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. So it would have been an easy thing for him to. It would have been an easy thing for him to go ahead.
She couldn't do it. It's like somebody with cancer who just like, you know what? I don't want to do any more chemo. Like I'm tired. I can't go back to that place.
In radiation.
I'm not in. Yeah. I feel like she just did not want to go to jail. Like look, this is the end for me. I'm not going back there.
Right, because she had sold her house. That's how she got the $90,000. So she wouldn't have a home to go back to after she left jail. She didn't get a life sentence. And also right. And so it's like I understand why she would have killed herself. I get that. I wish she wouldn't have, so we can get an interview as to what their thought process was for this whole thing. I would love to get an interview with Mr. Casey White, but I'm not expecting him to really come out. Now, I don't know if any networks can promise him maybe some money for his family, whatever. I don't know what the case might be. And I don't think networks really pay for interviews. Right. Well, and I don't know if networks really pay for interviews nowadays anyway. So
I don't even know why we're still talking about this. Let's go.
So last week, I believe it was last Thursday, former YouTuber, a popular YouTuber by the name of Kevin Samuels, passed away at the age of 57. Now, I do not know who Kevin Samuels is. I looked him up and a couple of his videos, one of his videos. Wasn't necessarily impressed. I can't really remember what the subject of the video even was. I know I really didn't get a good feeling for it. T.I. came out this week and said that people were bullying him. I don't know exactly what he was referring to. Jennifer, you had an opinion on this. What is
that? First of all, I do agree with Mike. Okay, so this is a man that has said a lot of unfavorable things about African-American women. And I really feel like he just used those sore things to say to basically be like a shock jock to just push people into being upset with him and things of that nature. And of course, when somebody like that goes to glory or wherever, I'll just say he goes to glory. God bless him. When that happens, people tend to use that as a way of saying, karma got him and, just, things of that nature, or saying like, I don't care, or I'm happy he died because of the things that he was saying. Personally, I don't feel like we should glory in someone's death, no matter who they are. But I can certainly say it's not like I'm crying about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh no, why? Why, Lord? And we know why. It's because he drank a whole lot of Red Bull and he was having hot sexual relations with these young bucks. And now he's gone to glory. It just is what it is. It happens. And it just so happened to be him. So, all of the memes and all that stuff is like, it came with the territory. When you make people feel a way, you ask for it sometimes. That's how I feel.
This situation is one of those things where I'll have my personal thoughts concerning the situation if I were privy to who Kevin Samuels was. However, I wouldn't post said thoughts online, especially if they were negative at a time like this. I feel as though that's a little classless to me. It really kind of shows who you are if you're willing to post something like that on the internet. My thoughts?
No, I wasn't saying that I'm a Kevin Samuels fan, but I did watch a few after Jennifer told me about him, like early shows, before this. But I feel like the women that called in, I feel like what he said was things that everybody was thinking when they asked those dumb questions to him. I have 3 kids. I want a man to take care of the home, but he asked you what kind of man you want, and they didn't know. Ask you what kind of man you think should make an hour. They don't know. So when he gives him the answer, I feel like he they want this stuff, but they don't know what it takes to even get this man, or what the man should even. I think he asked good questions to the women. I think it's just how he asks. I think it's how he asks. But I think we as people do that all the time. I mean, we have a whole show where we're doing that to people, giving our opinions on people. Now we do it in a different fashion where it's not so judgmental sometimes. But these women actually call in to him. So if you didn't like what he was saying, why did you keep calling? I think sometimes that women brought these things up sometimes on their own.
I can say that unfortunately, a lot of women are in a state of delusion, and believe that though they may be at a particular level in their lives, they may not be someone that is well off, may not be their cup of tea. And I do believe that Kevin Samuels told those truths, because some of these women were looking for men outside of
their range. Correct.
Yes. So those things were certainly true, but sometimes he was just straight up degrading. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't tell a woman that since you're 35, have 2 kids, and you have your own business, and you're fine, you're well off. You can't say that you're damaged goods. You can't tell somebody that there's no way that you're going to get anybody, or the man that you're looking for doesn't want you and nobody else will. No, somebody is going to accept you and have you. That's just what it is. There are plenty of men out there that will take the time to be there for you and not just for what you got going on. It's certainly possible, but there was just a air of negativity with him. But let me just give a little bit of hello. This is Paige.
Hello.
Hey, Paige.
Hey.
How you doing?
And,
what's up?
Joseph said he used to tough talk towards Black men too. That is true. He was tough on our community as a whole. That is true. And he gave a lot of facts. He gave a lot of truths and things that needed to be said to the Black community. It wasn't meant to be nice, which is true. It was meant to cause friction
for change,
which is much needed. That's how he started. But unfortunately, that's not how he ended.
Well, the thing is, I mean, still within all that, we still never praise someone who does that nature. I feel like people who actually killed hundreds of people and they died. Like, I won't praise them, but I'm like, okay, I won't feel some way you died. But people, he just had an opinion, and because people didn't like his opinion, now we're like, oh, karma. I don't think that, right? I don't think he deserved that backlash that he received. I think it was too positive, but it had, people made it seem like he just was the worst person on earth.
Yeah, but the worst person on earth with over 3 million people that support him. He can't be that bad. And also, people do like to see people be torn down. It just is what it is. Right. But Paige said, yes, I agree, and gave the 100% there. And Joseph said, like anyone else on air, he went too far with some things. And I think that's the bulk of it. Paige said, hello.
Yeah, and I think Wendy Williams is another person that does a lot of that stuff too, but it's
too far.
But I think she does do it in a lot more so negative. But I mean, it's tomato. I mean, everybody talking like what I say, and you say, we say, she say, he say. So I don't think he got I don't think he deserved the backlash that he received. But what you think, Tyrone?
I kind of feel like he's a victim of being the messenger and people not liking the message, and then that turned into them not liking the messenger because the message was too real, too harsh for them to consume.
But it's also within his language as well.
Oh yeah,
he would say things like "you Black women," "you Black women," but when it came to other races, it wasn't about you, Dominican woman, you white woman. No, it's y'all Black women always do this or that. It's like maybe that's just his experience, because there's no way that he has met every Black woman on this earth for him to say that that's how all y'all act.
I got a question. I'd like to be devil's advocate.
Do it.
That's I agree with this. Do you think he did that to black women because black women do that to black men?
I do. I do.
That could
I
be
absolutely
true.
do.
Talking, Mike.
After watching a lot of his videos, I came up with my opinion of him, and I felt that a lot of what he was saying came out of anger towards the black woman based on his experience with the black woman.
Agree.
Black women, nothing
So
wrong with it.
it's extra venom.
Venom.
It's extra venom on top of
Yes.
how he says and directs it to a person. Now, granted, some of the people that got up there, they got up there for show and tell. They weren't really trying to get help. They were just there. Oh yeah, no. If you're there to have the conversation and intellectual about having a conversation. Don't come on there with an agenda. And a lot of them came on there with the agenda that, hey, I'm here for people to see me so I can get my brand up and going. And he would call them out on that BS. And then people would get mad.
I can agree.
Why would you
And
get mad?
and we have to remember, before Wendy Williams had her own TV show, she was real reckless on the radio. She said whatever, like minus profanity, she said whatever came to her mind. And speaking of Wendy Williams, Wendy Williams was doing an interview with Fat Joe earlier this week. And she said
nice little segue, yes.
He did
yes,
that,
thank you.
Okay, you learned it, friend.
Right. Okay. So during this interview with Fat Joe, Wendy Williams said that she would not be watching the Sherri Shepherd show. However, earlier, I think it was yesterday, Wendy Williams actually said she wanted to have a sit-down conversation with Sherri Shepherd. I don't know where Wendy Williams is coming from with the whole having to sit down with Sherri. Sherri actually posted a video responding to Wendy saying that she wouldn't watch her show. And Sherri Shepherd, of course, being the humble woman that she is, she said, Wendy, I think she just needs family. She just needs friends. She just needs love. And I love the fact that Sherri took the high road with that. It doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Wendy Williams said that she wouldn't watch the show. Of course, she would be angry about the fact that Sherri, I won't say she basically replaced her, but in a way, in a sort of kind of mixed up way, she did sort of kind of replace her. I don't know if she's going to take her a time slot. I don't know if it's the same production company. I don't know all the details or the minutia of the situation, but I understand why Wendy would be the type of person who would be a little salty about it. And, that seems to be, for me, her character. So that didn't surprise me that she said that. I was a little hurt for Sherri because I know Sherri, although she is an entertainer and, she gets talked about badly all the time, especially when she was on The View. She was told up on The View by a lot of people that watched her because, she was seen as kind of, the she didn't necessarily speak that intelligently compared to the other co-hosts, at least in certain people's opinion. But to then say that she wanted to have a sit-down conversation with her, I'm a little nervous for Sherri in that regard because I'm like, if it's not on film, if it's not going to be taped, then I don't know exactly what's going to come out of Wendy Williams' mouth. What are y'all thoughts on this?
Well, I don't know why Wendy is being so shady because if it wasn't for Sherri, so she kind of helped save your show while you were out, Wendy. And just like any regular human being, if we don't come to work, you do get let go. It's somebody else replace you. So you're not different from anybody else. You didn't come to work for months, Wendy. Your name's on the billboard. You still got to come to work so they can have a show. So
yeah.
I feel like, and people like Sherri. I mean, I like Sherri when she's on The View. I like Sherri that when she's on do sitcom. I like Sherri when she's replacing your ass on the Wendy Williams show. She's very entertaining, so she's good to look at. I just like Sherri. Sherri is very entertaining, she's fun. So I think she deserves a slot. I mean, I will say there can only be one Wendy Williams. Nobody can do it like Wendy. Nobody can do it like Oprah. But nobody can do like Wendy, but we don't be shady towards Sherri because Sherri do anything but do 1 week out of a month to help save your ass and keep your name going on the billboard.
Yeah.
So don't be shady.
I feel. Oh, as far as Sherry taking her place, yeah, it's everybody is keeping their job, and Sherry has taken Wendy's place.
And it was offered. If it was offered, then I'm going to take.
Absolutely.
Right. I would definitely take it.
And Joseph put this soliloquy here. I hope I can read all the big words. He said, "Sometimes we should choose contention, haha." And when that happened, it was crystal clear because he
went on a witch hunt to prove a point. But he generally focused on the individual than
to extrapolate.
Yeah.
Extrapolate. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm glad you got that last word because I'm about to.
Oh, Lord. Help us.
SAT words of the day.
Yeah,
but over here.
Congratulations, Wendy. Let's move past it. Oh, that's my phone. My bad, y'all.
It's all right.
Moving forward. Oh, Kent, I got a quick question. You go first.
I believe Wendy is still trying to fight for her position.
But ain't no
position.
Ain't no more war.
And you know, the battle is over. It's time to lay down and just live your life.
I
think she's gonna come back.
You know, if you really want to show that bad, go to podcasting.
Do something.
Right. And I think she did during that Fat Joe interview that she would return to her show. I don't know exactly when that would be. But you know, it is what it is. And she keeps saying that she's coming back to TV. And I don't know if this is just what she wants or if this is what's actually happening. And I think this is more what she would desire. She would desire to be back on TV. Jennifer, you want to read that comment? We want to read the comment and then we move on.
Joseph says, "I think Sherry is dope. No SAT words this time." I'm just. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
I was going to ask you a question if we could talk about Real House of Atlanta because I'm watching it only for Mike and I need to make sure I talk about it.
Okay, I didn't watch the second episode, so go ahead, Jennifer, with your comments.
Figures.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's on the DVR, so I guess I can watch it tomorrow. You know.
Oh, okay. I'll just make sure to remind him. Okay, I'll just make sure to remind him. I made sure to watch the show as soon as it was available unto me, and it was a little boring this episode.
Yeah, it just was boring. Good. I will say that
it was boring, and all I have to say is. Drew. Either she's acting or she's incredibly stupid.
Drew.
One or the other.
Yeah, because that man in production, get it for Bravo's production because they
shading everybody.
They the shadiest one of the season so far.
Shady.
And when they had him talking and had the question marks going around and he just kept tripping over his words.
Which is the same thing that I was thinking, like, sir, what are you talking about?
And when he said, "Do you think he's gaslighting you?" and she's like, "No, he's not gaslighting me." He's like, "Okay, what's the difference with gaslight?" And they read exactly what he is.
And she was enlightened on that day. Like,
yes,
she's stupid.
I feel so. My thing is, I know love is blind. It'll take over your mind.
Your man.
That is love is truly not. You better elevate and find.
Okay, you better find that real love, that true
because
love.
Because he's making her look so stupid. I mean, everybody sees it. He is when he told her to like, "I'm gonna get you a counselor so you can learn how to talk to men."
Can I tell you something, Mike? The B word was stirring in my soul literally the whole time I was watching that show.
Was the itch on it?
Yes. For him.
Yes.
It's just like the things that he was saying. The first thing I said, are you? What? What are we saying to your wife?
No, right. I haven't been in love in a long time, and I just hope that I don't ever get to a space where I meet somebody and fall in love, deep in love, and everybody around me is like, "Why are you with him?" And I don't see it.
You know
I hope I'm not like that. Because she looks stupid.
And the worst thing for me is he does it with a smile. Like it's funny.
Because he doesn't care.
Like he's doing it on
knows what he's doing.
Right. He knows what he's doing. That's the worst part about it. But
It's like
the thing is, like, I don't really feel bad for Drew because she's on TV, so she sees what we see. So if you
But
can't take
she
those
don't
hints,
see what we see
girl,
because
then
we're
that's
not in
on
love
you.
with him. We're not in love with him, so she don't see what we
exactly.
see. She sees
Right.
from
And
different eyes.
it got me thinking that he married her just because she's a little dim and the, just a little slow, a little bit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
she's so sound like him on this show. And
Because, oof, I'm
when
sorry, that
when
girl
he got
don't
from
do
the
a
table and
bit.
walked off and left, she looked so good in that outfit too. I mean, her
She
outfit was so
was
cute.
beautiful, but it's like I just it's this got to be fake.
It's
I
disgusting.
really hope. I really hope she's just doing it for TV. He's doing it for TV.
I know you can tell that when she was crying at the table, that's real. That was a cry. Like I don't want to really cry right now in front of the cameras, but I'm really embarrassed and I'm really hurt right now when she was crying in front of that camera. I felt bad for her.
But you know what? Unfortunately, one thing that I've learned about relationships or anything that you do to yourself to continuously hurt yourself, she's not going to stop until it hurts enough, until she reaches the absolute.
Jonathan said it last week. When you're sick and tired of it, you'll be sick and tired of it.
Tired of you, right?
Right. And the funny thing is, it's not just those women who just come off as somewhat ditzy, but look at someone like Lisa Nicole from Married to Medicine with her. She's one of the smartest women. Like for me, she comes off as an
She's a
extremely
crook.
intelligent woman. But well, yeah, that is one thing. But for her to be with a man who just does whatever he wants, against her, like, girl, like, why are you still with this
I
man?
don't
But
feel bad
again,
for her though.
when you're in
I,
love,
I
like
feel
it's a different
I don't feel
thing.
bad for
I
that
feel
one.
she was with him simply because she's a crook. I feel like the reason why she hasn't left him is because he looks good to her and he has a great job. And
Mhm.
who wants to leave the father of their children? I feel like she thinks she's stuck. Like if
Agreed.
she left the situation, that she wouldn't be able to find anybody as good, if not better. That's within her. That's something she needs to change within her. Drew, I
Mhm.
think that if this is real, I think she's just stupid. That's just cut and
Well,
Gotcha.
dry.
Married Message drops next month.
Okay, and I want
Right.
you just for you, Mike.
I love
Only
Married
for
Mess now.
you.
I love Dr. Heavenly.
You love
Dr.
her.
Honey,
Heavenly.
my
Quiet.
my fa- my favorite
Quiet.
on Married to Medicine was Dr. Jackie. She was just the epitome of class, and I just
Class.
loved everything about her.
But when she let that other girl she's not on the season no more, but when she let her have it at that table at dinner, it just met her. I was like, ooh,
Okay, yeah, she came out of pocket for a second there. I'm
oh
surprised.
yes.
But anyways, on to the next topic. Earlier this week, during a Mavericks game, uh,
Oh
Chris
yeah.
Paul's wife and mother were allegedly assaulted
Attacks.
by two fans. Apparently, someone who was sitting near them had two people that were up in the upper cheaper seats come down to sit down with him. I don't know how he was able to do that. I don't know if there were empty seats available for them. However, apparently those two were the two that were kind of messing with Chris Paul's wife and mother. Now, as I was telling Jennifer before we started the show, typically those wives will be up in the press box, where the suites are, where you get the food and the great view.
Because that's
But
where I
at the same time, there are a lot of celebrities who will sit on the court, because that's kind of a courtside thing. So people want to be sitting courtside. But I was disturbed by this by this news. Of course, Chris Paul went off. I don't think he assaulted anyone during the
as he
case, but
should.
he had, but he was held back. So he did want to get involved, but of course they have
Yes,
security
my
there, and so
mother,
they're going
my
to hold him
wife.
back from retaliating. But just the disrespect that people have, for players and for just other people in general is disgusting to me. I don't know exactly what they did, but apparently it was enough to cause an uproar. So what do you guys think about people just taking it upon themselves to assault people for no reason?
See what Will Smith calls. See what Will Smith and me happen. It's not his fault. I mean, it's been going on before him, but it's like it's happening more often now.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, people are doing their best to reach out and touch these people. Thanks, Will
Right?
Smith.
Yeah,
Reach
yeah, we
out
can thank
and
him for that.
touch somebody's hand. but they're not making this world a better place at all.
Okay,
No,
they can't.
Not one bit.
Not even trying. But you know what? It goes to say that we need to be more cautious of what's going on around us. Unfortunately, we should not have to be operating in this way, watching out for our people, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know who's trying to reach out and touch them, especially the celebrities, the people that, are above. And personally, I do feel like there's no way those people didn't know who they were trying to touch.
Oh, they knew.
They definitely.
There's no way they didn't know.
They knew.
So,
are they white or black?
Because I don't think that they would have done it if they didn't know that was.
I'm just saying that right now. I'm just saying because I feel like us black people, we
don't bother people because we don't want people to bother ours. That's why we don't.
Like, I feel like, but we're always on go. Like I know when I go out to the club or to the bar, I'm not sitting with my back towards the door because if I got a pop up, I need to see what's going on at all times.
At all times,
to the side, I know my whole surrounding.
Have my back to the wall.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay.
Like when the earthquake happened, like, no, put TV on mute real quick. What the hell going on? Okay. Okay. Something's out of the normal right now. Okay.
The shenanigans afoot. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. But yes, I just think it's absolutely horrible that people are feeling more and more free to reach out and touch people when and then get surprised by the consequences.
Right, surprised by the reaction.
You see the boy's face when they're like, "Oh, what did we do?"
Right, while they were walking away,
confused and befuddled.
Well, that's what happens also because you get the whole Will Smith on stage slapping some people and they had no consequences. You have the baby out here killing people, slapping people, fighting people. He's still out here running free. I mean, so
speaking of
only people who getting locked up is the poor,
right? And so, for our last hot topic, before we get to social commentary, I'm going to give you guys the choice of whether we're going to talk about Russell Wilson and Sierra or Black China.
Russell Wilson, Sierra.
No, let's talk about Young Thug.
Oh, Young Thug. Yes. So
Young
Thug. He was arrested on. Thank you, Jennifer. Young Thug was arrested on multiple charges. Young Thug and Gunna, and was among 28 people that were indicted on 56 counts. Charges include murder, armed robbery, and more. Is Young Thug going away for life? Like, this is some
first
serious...
I do want to rectify and clarify when they say that there's 56 charges, it's 56 charges among the people. Young Thug only got 2.
Gotcha.
My nails are on
fire. That's too many.
2.
Right. But Wallow, Gilly the King from Philly's right-hand man, he did an interview, including Young Thug. I don't know exactly when it happened, but it happened before this particular incident. I would think it was this year.
Yes.
And so Wallow was giving him some game, just like his boy Gilly would say. He was like, once you're in this industry, you got to leave that street shit in your rear view. You can't go back to that because you look stupid going to jail with all this money. What do y'all think about this? Like, what?
Wait, you know what?
Like, what's up?
He's also denied bond today. Also, he was denied bond. I saw that. But
yeah, they said he was a fight.
Yeah, they also said that they're even listening to his lyrics of his songs and taking that into connection in the court. So they really go on in right now. You know what? Okay, I'm trying to just think. I never grew up in the streets per se, So I mean, I didn't have the best childhood, but my neighborhood wasn't. I might have a couple gunshots, but I never seen a murder.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a different upbringing than some of these rappers do, but right from wrong.
Let's be real.
Okay. Right. And I don't know what kind of parents they had. And I'm saying their parents didn't do anything. I'm speaking about my parent. My mom always taught me from a young age, life is like a circle. What you put into it, you will get out. For every consequence, for every for every consequence, there's a repercussion or whatever it is, however it is. But basically, you do
For
right
every
from wrong.
Action, there's
For every action.
Every action is a consequence.
reaction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I always was told, and I get in trouble at an early age too. I got not put my business out there, but I got expelled from high school in 10th grade. So I kind of went in the field, a long time ago. So I kind of knew they wasn't playing with my black ass anyway before I got real of age. So I learned before that they don't like me because I'm a skin up. They just gonna do whatever they want to do with me. So let me, get on a straight and narrow and do what I got to do. So that taught my ass. I just need me a scare, and I was done with my shenanigans. But hopefully, it doesn't go too far. But you talk that talk, you walk that walk. So this might be what happening. And hopefully, the young kids listening to these people and they think I want to be just like them. Hopefully, they'll learn something that hopefully they just try to go off in the straight and narrow too and rock this stuff.
And just to give a little bit more information as far as the charges and things of that nature, the indictment includes charges of conspiring to violate the racketeering, influence, and corruption organizations (RICO).
But what is racketeering? I saw that too, but I know what that word is.
Basically, organized crime. Crime, like coming together. I need you to do this. You need to do, basically a hierarchy.
You're the best man of everybody.
Exactly. So, there being conspiracy charges for murder, armed robbery. That just shows you how much I don't do it. I can hardly say it. Participation in criminal street gang activity, and also Young Thug is accused of renting a 2014 Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz, which was used in the commission of the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival gang member.
Oh no, he going down
on January 10th, 2015, according to the indictment. And there was another thing too.
You have a good lawyer.
Please. And prosecutors alleged that the two associates of YSL, Christian Epa whatever, and Antonio Simliblim, worked to get permission of Young Thug to make a second attempt on the murder of YFN Lucci while he's jailed.
Oh yeah, they put him murder him in jail.
Yeah, he's already been stabbed, and they're trying to, I guess, finish the job allegedly. And YFN Lucci does claim he was stabbed in jail, and he has asked a judge to grant bond for his safety.
No bond. Wow. You can stay right in jail.
It was for his safety.
No, you can stay maybe in a confined location in jail. My thing is, when you walk that walk, you talk the talk, and I don't think you learn your lesson either. So
yeah,
what comes in my mind is a Tyler Perry movie that played back in the day, where Cicely Tyson said, "Young man, take your place."
Yeah, Medea's family reunion.
Yes.
Yes, take your place, young man.
Now, starting now.
Right now.
Starting now.
Rest in peace to the queen.
Rest in peace to the queen.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Oh yeah, and Maya Angelou. Rest in peace.
Then also what comes to my mind is we was always rooting for you. How dare you?
No, yeah, both of them, Jonathan. The Cicely Tyson and Maya Angelou, they both went to glory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Right.
It is.
Cicely Tyson went after Maya Angelou. Ain't that something?
Yeah, she went last year, 2 years ago.
And I think Cicely was a little older.
She was. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, but
are you are you talking like Maya Angelou right now? Young boy.
And I will speak on Sierra just real quick. Look, people just want to get their dogs, okay? I do feel that Peter is being rather.
Somebody's
Stevie don't like you, okay?
He just started growling last week.
It's the earthquake.
It's the earthquake.
Yeah,
that's what did it.
And his food.
Oh, you heard that?
He had some nice food, okay? and
He
he
a
ain't
little
getting that.
gassy.
He a little gassy. That's
Just a
what
little
Tyrone
gassy.
said. He a little gassy.
Stevie, are you grinding at me, Stevie? Because
Yeah.
I could have got I could have got enough dog.
Okay.
But seriously, guys, like let people buy the dogs that they want. And Peter does not know whether or not, you know, Sierra and them got their dog from a puppy mill that's, inhumane or whatever. I'm pretty sure they saw the surroundings and everything. Look, them people love Jesus and they wouldn't be getting a corrupted dog. And that's
Right.
that on that.
But my thing, why is it so bad that you're getting a dog from birth? Like, why can't humans get the dog that they want and they gonna take care of it?
Well, Peter would want people to have dogs from shelters because many of those shelters, once the dog has not been picked out or has not been taken home by anyone after a certain amount of time, there are shelters called kill shelters where they will euthanize those dogs.
Well, I understand that part, and I feel bad for the dog who has to be euthanized. But my thing is, if I want to get a dog from birth, I should have the right to do that if I'm not part of PETA.
Regardless.
Right. Or if I want a specific type of dog.
Yeah, specific breed.
Well, specific breed, right?
I might want to have a system might get knocked up, but I can get rid of my baby. But I want to. Also,
but yeah, so that's all for hot topics for now. But onto our social commentary topic, which we haven't gotten social commentary in a long time. So
we never made it, yeah.
Right. So in honor of Jennifer, our beautiful Jennifer, getting her locks this Saturday, I felt like it would be interesting for us to speak on the topic of our Caucasian counterparts having locks. We know that it doesn't happen that often, but when we see it, we see it. So to start off this conversation, when I first initially got locks, my father said he didn't want me to get them, but I believe that he didn't want me to do it because he thought I would have them unkept. Maybe have them like slick them from right. Me, you think I would do that? Of course I wouldn't. Do you know me? Okay.
Like just those 2 pillows behind him, okay? They were perfectly put up.
Honey, okay. Honey, everything is meticulously done. Okay. So so of course I'm going to have my hair looking good at all times, if at all possible. Now the thing is, when I see white people have locks, a lot of times I'm all about aesthetics. So when I see someone with locks, I really want to see it like this, the way that I typically do my hair, but that's just the beauty of locks to me personally. So whenever it is that, maybe, and Mike's got it too. Shout out to Mike, what I'm saying, he keeps his lock done. Okay. Intact. Okay. You can see his scalp. Okay. So, many times whenever I see white people get their locks, our locks, they're coiled and they're enweaved amongst each other in such a beautiful way and perfect way to where they don't come apart or anything like that. But when you have white people that have straight hair or anyone who may not have textured hair, the lock does not seem to create or form in its own way naturally as ours do. So therefore, it seems to look like just a string of a lot of strands of hair put together and just kind of look a little rough and messy and mangly. And to me, it doesn't necessarily look that good to me. That's just my personal opinion. If you're white and you want to get locks and that's just what you want to do, go for it. Don't let me stop you from doing that. It's just that as far as what I see and what I like to see from others who have locks, because I like to have that connection with others who have locks, it's not aesthetically pleasing to my eye. What do you guys think about this?
I don't. So, I see white people with locks. I go by their actions instead of their hair when they have locks. Okay. And they usually are not the ones that are like, they're usually like the ones I probably hang with.
More bohemian.
More like that
Wild child.
Yeah, so they're usually like someone I can like, okay, like they're fucking a gong,
Right. But the eat, pray, love type of people.
Yeah, like, I come in peace. And I don't miss nobody. I'm all the black people. I'll fight with my people and stuff. So I don't pay no attention. I mean, I think they're doing it for a reason of their own. And I think it's a legit reason because you kind of look at somebody and tell they're doing it for fashion or they're doing it like this for. So, and I don't see it down here in Columbia. I don't really see it too often.
No,
and it's a commitment, especially for Caucasian folk.
Yes.
Right.
But other than that, I don't really think about it because I don't really see it too often down here. But no, when I do go online, like YouTube, when I see it, I just skip right by the videos, like, because ain't nothing you got to learn from you.
Oh. And another question, do you guys think this goes into the territory of cultural appropriation?
No.
I don't
mean,
think
they said like, well, so I mean, he probably had locks too.
But here's the thing: when it comes to that, you have to look at it as a hairstyle or a way to keep your hair. Yes, it derived from African American people, not African American, from people of African descent.
Mm-hmm.
And because that's what our hair naturally does. If you palm roll a Caucasian person's hair, it's just gonna unravel right back after that.
Right.
If you do that with our hair that's naturally curly, there's a bond being made. And so, that's something that can come naturally from us, which is really beautiful for me. So when I see Caucasian folks with locked hair, I just don't feel like it is for them, being that their hair texture does not accommodate. You really have to manipulate their hair to get to that space. And I feel like it should be something that's done naturally. But if you choose to do that, that's on y'all. But it's
well, people in the lock community judge people with locks also all the time. I mean, some lock groups, and some people think that the lock style should be like natural locks or like free form. Like you never go anywhere. I'm definitely not doing that.
That's not for me.
That's the lock. That's the real the Jamaican style Rasta.
Yeah.
Like, you're really Rasta when you do that. And then people think that because if you do coin you're faking it. If you do this, you're fake. My thing is, however you want to do your hair,
do your hair.
Because like you said, whatever you do in your hair, don't make me shit that time at all.
What you think, Ty, real quick?
I'm bald headed.
There we go.
Right.
I ain't got no hair.
And the reason this came to my mind is there's I watched Survivor. I love Survivor, and me and my mom watch it. We actually watched it today. Yes. I don't think that thing is ever going to be canceled. I think they're just going to have to end it on their own whenever they're tired of
it. Come on.
But yeah, they're on their 42nd season.
I believe it. I've been thinking like grade school. My mom used to watch that like that in Amazing Race and
Amazing Race. Wow.
Yeah, I love Amazing Race, but the reason why I thought of this subject is because one of the contestants on Survivor currently does have locks. Yes, a white person. His name is actually Jonathan. Hey, and I'm actually rooting for him. He's got a perfect body. His body is everything, y'all. But he has locks. Say what?
Is that why you're rooting for him?
I'm rooting for him because his name is Jonathan.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
And he looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rooting for him. How could you?
Okay, but yes, he does have locks, but he is this kind of free spirit. He's not like all the way on the other side free spirited.
Yeah.
He does seem like I don't want to say a normal person, but he does seem like he's not all the way over there. But I don't feel like white people who do get locks, I don't think they're trying to bite off of a black style. I just think they see it on us and be like, oh, that looks nice. I think it might look nice on me too. So I'll just try it out. And I think that they do that. But again, as both Jennifer and I said, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and do it. Don't let me stop you. Go ahead and do what you do. But for all those who are considering getting locks, it is a patience type of game.
Yes,
you
Lord.
have to be extremely patient, especially when you're going through that first year while you're waiting for your hair to lock. I think it took about 9 months. I think it took about 9 months for my hair to actually lock.
4 years.
Right. Yeah. So it typically does take at least a year for your hair to lock. But you have to
Big
have
girl, I'm at now.
patience, and you
2
have
years.
to stick with it to the end. I encourage
Stick
everyone
with it.
who wants to do locks to get them. But we want to thank you
And
guys so
also,
much.
Before we
also do your homework. YouTube is your friend. And
Yes,
yes,
Lord.
there are so many different ways to start your locks as well as do your locks. Free
And good
form
products.
and a lot of products too. To be honest, I'm going to keep mine like as natural as possible. The person that's going to be doing my locks, they use water and grease, and I'm happy with that.
And Mike, you were going to say something?
Yes. When are we getting our tickets to the show?
Yes, I was. I'll put it out there. So Jesse, his name is Jesse Williams, right? Jesse Williams, a photo of him on Broadway, in the nudie nude was leaked. And we were very pleased by what we saw. Twitter went
Very
OFF,
pleased by what we
okay.
saw.
But yeah, that is a hot topic. But yeah, we
Woo,
were.
child.
It was everything, y'all. But anyway, so we want to thank you guys so much for joining us. And they have extra security actually at that show. Like you
I
cannot
bet.
take your
'Cause
cell phone in that
really
place.
gonna stay in.
Ah!
But thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Make sure you guys join us again next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Mike, give the people your social media contacts.
Yes, Jesse, if you want to reach out to me, my name is Michael.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and also Snapchat, and also TikTok at Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. And I'm not like these other girls. I don't talk, so nobody will ever know.
Okay, your secret is safe with me.
With me.
Okay.
Okay.
Honey. Jennifer, Tyrone, your social media contacts.
I am Light of the Leo. You can find me at Instagram and TikTok at Light of the Leo.
Tyron.
Beep, 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 beep. It's your boy, Mr. TD McCullum on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Hit me up.
And you can find me on what is this? Oh, my email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_3020. I'm also on TikTok, jojo_3020_. I'm also on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just type in Jonathan Lee and my page should pop right up. You better kill that fly boy or that gnat.
Okay, it's a gnat.
Child, but yes, we rebuke those insects in Jesus' name. Right in our video, honey. But yes, thank you once again for joining us. We will again see you next week at 9:30 p.m. You guys stay safe out there. Hold on to your couches and your beds if you're having an earthquake, and pray for safety, y'all. But thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
I'm ready to see Jen Locs. It'll be 3-on-1 now.
Yeah.